Hello and welcome everyone to Dungeons. As we all know, the world has recently suffered a severe shortage of dragons, and thankfully today I managed to procure the assistance of 4 wonderful dragons with me. First up, it's everyone's favorite Smaug.
I'm Smaug. Elaine.
We also have Haku.
Who's that?
That's you, Emma.
From
I think.
Spirited Away, Emma.
I'm Emma.
Oh, I love Spirited Away.
Yeah. We also have
That one yet.
the
should.
crowd favorite Viserion.
Is that me?
Yes.
Am I a crowd favorite?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm playing the character of Aris, and I'm a crowd favorite.
And finally,
Good
we
grief.
have Theo Paphitis, which is a joke that's going to land with about 12% of our audience.
Wow.
Didn't land with me. My name is
Why
Ross,
Theo Paphitis? Why not Duncan
and I am
Bannatyne or-
confused.
I'm very confused.
It's from the Dragon's
Oh.
Den.
Oh, right.
Or,
yeah,
or
okay.
Deborah Meaden, or I don't
that's
know,
nice.
one of the others.
I love pop culture references that are massively out of date and only specific to a particular region of our audience. They're the
It's
best
still on,
kind.
right? Dragon's Den is
I
They
still
know.
are
on.
the best type, though. That's the thing.
Look, these introductions get more and more belabored as they go along, and you can't fault me for it because it's literally not my fault. I don't make the rules. It's just how it happens. I wanted to give, before we begin our dungeoning and dragoning, I wanted to give another
Oh,
shout
there
out.
will be dragons.
Huh?
There will be dragons.
There will be dragons, yeah. There will
Okay.
be.
There will
We
be,
had a
yeah.
dragon
Yeah.
last time,
There
right?
be dragons.
I wanted to give a shout out to Nicola again, who not only did the first ever piece of fan art for our D&D campaign, but also made a generous donation to the stream last week
Thank you.
as we were streaming. So thank you very much. We're glad that you're enjoying the show so much. And if any of you watching would like to donate, then all the proceedings go directly to our cast. And the button to donate, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, can be found right below. With that, would our kind dragons give an introduction to our viewers on what their characters are, what they're about, where they're from, what they eat?
What they eat.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it? I've lost the criteria halfway through there.
Okay.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
My name is Maché Dokum. Yes.
Yes.
Check.
Okay. Where are you from?
Waterdeep.
What do you do?
Artifice.
And what do you eat?
Bessie in the background.
Bessie in the background.
Do not eat Bessie in the background, please.
Oh, that's very good.
Oh, look at her too.
Emma.
Okay,
Please
so
tell
I
us more
completely,
about Gina.
Bessie completely cut me off. It took me like where? Hi, I'm Gina, and I am a halfling gnome.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't make sense. I am a halfling bard.
Mm-hmm.
I know my character for sure.
It's session 13. You just getting back into it.
No, I
Yeah.
was thinking of Bessie, and I think she's more like a
Little gnome. She's like a
A
little
little gnome.
goblin.
Yeah, like a little gnome.
Little goblin.
Yeah, so she is a bard who likes to play pirate songs. She doesn't like people who think lots of themselves. And yeah.
Is that Bessie or Gina? Sorry. I missed the plot now.
That's Gina, yeah.
That's Gina. Okay.
But Bessie
does
is
like
a
to play
wonderful
pirate
pupper. So
Oh, Bessie, you're quite.
and Gina doesn't eat puppies, so
That's good. Finally someone on this stream who doesn't like to eat puppies. Aris, do you like to eat puppies?
No.
Okay.
I've never eaten a puppy ever. I'm just a normal human rogue from the town of Baldur's Gate, which is further south, I think. Just traveling around through town, not avoiding any trouble in my past because there isn't any. And now I'm here, and I help run Morbash Manor, which is a lot of fun, and occasionally eat sort of pastries behind the bar when the place isn't too busy. But otherwise, I want to say that Aris is a bit like a floor manager. Like I feel like at this point he's like a supervisor there, but he's a good boy. He's fundamentally a good boy.
I like that you're like a rogue, but the character description was more like you were trying to become a supervisor on a shop floor.
Yeah.
It's
He is.
like, there's that thing in like every other mafia film where someone's like, I want to be out and I want to go straight and be legit. Aris is like absolutely no level of mafia, but already wants to be out of things that have happened. And so his also level of legit wouldn't be like owning a skyscraper. It would be just like shift supervisor, Good
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I like the
If
idea
I'm not
that
getting stabbed.
his get out word or his get out phrase is like clean up on aisle 2 or something like that.
Oh God, yeah. Or someone change the pumps on that ale, please.
I've learned so much about Aris that I never thought I would. But thank you for that, Paul. Finally, we have Rogan Morbash of Rogan Morbash fame.
Yeah, my name's Ross. I play the character Rogan Morbash of Morbashian fame. Rogan Morbash comes from the Cold Lands, which is to the northeast near the mountains, a ways, and he came to Waterdeep to kind of seek his own fame and break away from the family name, that famed family name that everybody knows about.
Literally, no one's heard of the Morbash family name.
Everybody knows the Morbash family name. Anyway, so Rogan's a fighter. The Morbash, keeping up with the Morbashians. That was very, very, very
I'm out.
popular.
I know that pop reference.
There's one for you, yeah. There's one for you.
Yeah.
And during Rogan's time in Waterdeep, he's kind of come to terms with the fact that maybe he's started from scratch and he's been a bit naive, but luckily he's fallen in with a good group of people, and together they're going on some adventures and finding their way in the world.
He's
Okay.
got a very famous name. He's very famous, and we've all definitely heard of him.
Yeah.
You have all definitely heard of him. Yeah, because you've been hanging out with him for the past.
He's certainly dropped his name enough times
Rogan who?
whilst you've been in his company.
Who's this Rogan you're talking about?
And with that, we arrive to previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So, our companions have suffered a massive blast right near their tavern. Upon further investigation, they found 11 casualties, amongst them a gnome that seems to have been going to meet them. There have been a number of suspects, a puppet-like figure that stood on the roof and flung something at the innocent bystanders, and an injured, seems to be Gentarum agent that managed to survive the blast and hobbled away whilst 2 of his companions have perished. That prompted an investigation which seems to have been winding down towards its conclusion. You have discovered who the hobbled away figure is. You've learned his name. It's Erstal Floxen. You've discovered where you think the figure hobbled away to, which is Garland Villa, a giant manor in the North Ward of Waterdeep that's owned by the Garlands, a famous noble family that
Like Judy Garland.
Never heard of him.
basically, yeah, kind of like if you think of Judy Garland's estate and
Oh,
how
wow.
much money that has. So
wow.
it's kind of that level of fame, right?
They're like the Waterdeep's more bastions.
Oh my.
Aren't the Morbashians like Waterdeep's Morbashians?
Yeah, that feels more accurate.
I think that's a fair point, actually. Yeah.
So you've discovered that. Also, separately on your investigation, you discovered who potentially has caused the giant blast, which is a Nimblewright that has been constructed by Nim, another Nimblewright, out of loneliness in the House of Inspired Hands, and later ran away. Although what possessed Nim's creation to fling that fireball has so far eluded you. With that, we arrive to this evening's session, and we're gonna touch on a very final point of you have been, as soon as you left the House of Inspired Hands, you have met one of your not friends, but one of your patrons, the moneylender, who has lent Rogan
Rogan's friend.
a substantial amount of money. Also is a member of the Harpers, a secret organization that is opposed to tyranny, and you have recently become members of it. And he has come screaming at you, arms flailing, saying, "You must rescue the cat."
The cat.
Yes, the cat.
It's like cats.
I have a mission for you. It's an urgent mission. It's very, very important. How do I describe this? There's a shopkeeper that I owe a very big favor to, and in fact, all of the Harpers owe a very big favor to. And her name is Uza, and her shop seems to have been beset by some sort of a strange creature. And whilst she made it out alive, her cat's still inside. The cat is very precious to her, so I need you to go rescue that cat.
What's the reward?
What's the reward?
Good question, Gina.
Well,
Asking the right questions there, Gina. Yeah.
well,
We could say we could put aside this debt.
oh
in
no,
reward.
but
For a cat.
we'll certainly leverage some of the debt as a reward for this task.
Yes. Oh, how much?
Are you
is
okay,
debt?
Eris?
Oh, Iris is panicking.
I feel like we're like not the first people that you come to when there's some kind of cat distress. That's not quite our wheelhouse.
Maybe we're known as cat people. Now.
I mean, sure. The amount of things if you just think of the amount of stuff we have done the last couple of weeks, from being like dragon diplomats to having a crime scene outside where we lived, renovating a pub, to the things that we're everybody's gopher.
I feel like
We're a
please, Rogan, please
I was
continue.
going to say, like a temp agency.
Yeah.
Talking of gophers, what you find out from Maxine?
Horsey.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that one.
What did Horsey say?
Aris,
Yes, what did
you
horse
spoke to the horse.
Yes. I'm trying to remember now what the horse said. I feel like I might have.
I believe her last words were,
Nay.
"Go away."
That's probably true. You have been told by the horse some information on some Jantarim that she's identified as Jantarim, and basically pointed to Davil Starsong and Yagra Stonefist. Something you already knew yourselves.
Yes.
I can't believe I had to go around talking to horses to get that.
Only the one horse.
It was a new experience for us,
Yes.
I think, for all of us.
Well, we've had Davil and Yagra pointed out to us. Yes.
Mert, can I ask you, this mysterious creature which seems to have overtaken the shop?
Yes.
Is there any kind of description of what that creature might be?
It's
Apparently,
a cat.
apparently it's
No, we're rescuing a cat.
Oh, I see.
it's some sort of a monstrous orb of many eyes.
Oh, I think I know what that is.
Did someone try
Do you?
meowing to get the cat?
Meowing.
Yeah.
No, listen. I don't know what's been.
Tuna and stuff.
Nothing's been tried. That's
Fish.
why I need you to go and sort it out. You need to rescue the cat before it's killed. Like
Gina has a
literally,
point,
time
though.
is ticking away.
No, if we just have treats or fish, as she said, or you do that
Yes.
that cat noise, that sort of.
Sure, if you want to do treats,
yeah.
that's however you get the cat out. I don't care. And also, please dispose of whatever creatures inside because the shop is important.
Oh, so hang on, you've buried the lead here. The real issue is a multi-eyed creature.
Yes,
Not the cat.
definitely.
You should have started with the creature then and not the cat.
Exactly.
Well, what do you think the issue is?
Oh, you said the problem
I will
was
keep
the
my
cat.
mouth shut, but
I think we should perhaps go ahead and deal with this mission then.
How
say-
will we know the difference between the cat and this creature? How many eyes do cats
just
have?
said a lot of
does it have
eyes.
more than 2 eyes?
Yeah, mostly the eyes. I would go by the
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Cats have 2 eyes, is it?
Generally.
Let's just get this
Generally.
over with then. I
Traditionally.
mean,
I see. Okay.
Let's go on a feline rescue mission.
Fantastic.
Oh, no.
So
do you have a net or something?
I'll
wasn't
leave the
available.
details up to you. Mert
I
does
see.
not look like he carries a net with him. He looks like he carries fancy things with him. You know, his outfit is
does
most
the cat like fancy
illustrious and-
things?
No.
Again, there's no information about the cat. Mert doesn't know anything about the cat. He just knows that the cat needs rescuing.
Let's rescue a
Perhaps.
cat.
We could bark like a dog and see what the cat does.
I don't think we could
could
certainly
drive the
try
cat
that.
out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you've been given a location,
Down, so good
which
girl.
is
Alright, good.
in
Settle down.
in the trade ward. It's a shop that's on the corner of Sawn Street and Salabar Street, and it's called Felzoon's Folly. Now, Marche, something
Yes.
immediately props up to your attention. You've heard of the corner of Sawn Street and Salabar Street as a regular Waterdevian and also a member of the Magician's Guild. You've been told many, many, many times when you were applying for your license, right, that no magic must ever be cast in that location of Waterdeep.
I see.
Oh.
Hey,
That's a
Interesting.
tricky one, isn't it?
do you share that information with us?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Well, hold on. Did they ever explain why you're not supposed to use magic? Like, is this all spells, potions, scrolls, all of it?
How is it that you came to learn this information, Marche?
Because I when I was getting my magic license, I was told this because before you get your magic license, you have to remember each street in Waterdeep. You have to do a test about every street in Waterdeep and who lives there and what they do and things like that, and what you can and
geography
can't do.
Geography
Indeed.
lesson.
Indeed. Like it's called the knowledge that we do as magicians. You see, where you can and can't practice the magic. Yes, and where you may practice your magic and where other people practice their magic, so you don't cross over and get into little spats. That's how I know. You see.
That's how you know.
How confident do we feel trying to deal with some big multi-eyed thing without using magic?
I mean, I
Not
could
at
always just
all.
hit it with an axe. As
Or
you've
chop
seen,
them off. Yes. Chop its
poke
eyes
it in the
off.
eye. Poke it in the eye.
Turn them into Brussels sprouts.
You've got some arrows that might be quite useful.
I do.
Do you not
or
remember
possibly
the grapefruit that we fought? It might be a bit like that.
It might.
grapefruit.
Or, I mean, hopefully there's a peaceful solution. We just go in there, we have a chat. We're like, look, you can't really do this.
Did you just
No, it's
say
a
the
bit
first thing
awkward.
we'd say to this massive floating eyeball is look?
You can't really do this.
It seems
That's how you get its
insensitive.
attention. You see what I mean, and phrases like that sort of level of
See, yeah.
dialogue.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
I'm excited.
So,
I'll get a chance to use my hand skills rather than the magic skills, whatever they're
Well,
called.
if you I'm thinking like some kind of spray. If you have some kind of a spray,
like
you know,
a
eyes-
raspberry, I can spray him with my raspberries.
I mean that. I was thinking more like a sort of an eye irritant agent, like
see.
shampoo. Maybe do you have any
Marche,
shampoo?
perhaps you
Well-
could stay to the back for this particular mission.
I have spider goo.
Could save the raspberries in case things turn south.
Yes, I shall.
fantastic. So after a short journey to the trades ward, which is just a little bit east of where you were, effectively. Southeast. you arrive at at a square that's full of taverns, and has like a statue in the middle, and it's there's quite a bustle. Like people are going about. There's some people sitting on some tables outside a tavern having drinks. Some people are
Lovely.
having various brews and warm beverages and teas and whatnot. And so there's like a hustle and bustle to this, basically. It seems completely ignorant of any kind of trouble anywhere. But just a little bit further south of this square, there is the corner of Sawn Street and Salabar Street, and there is a tavern called Felzoon's Folly. In that tavern, you recognize an old woman. But you don't recognize her by her appearance. You recognize her by the pin. You also recognize her because she's sobbing her eyes out. She's sitting there at a table outside the tavern, and on one of the tables.
I see what's going on here.
And she's crying, and she's going. Bear with me a second. I bet Philippa's been eaten. There's no way she could have survived that monstrous thing.
Hello.
That's a point.
Hello. Good day.
Hey, hello.
Hello. Is Philip a cat?
Philippa.
Philippa. Is Philippa
Yes.
a cat?
Oh, did Mert send you?
Maybe.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, everything's going to be all right. You're here to rescue Philippa, aren't you?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, fantastic. She takes out, like, she's basically has this, like, rolled up little pouch behind her blouse, and she takes it from behind
Gina,
her
the
blouse.
red is a coming.
Unrolls it, and there's a set of keys.
Oh, dash.
She hands you the keys and says, "My shop is just down the road over there. You can see it. It's in a 3-story building on Sawn Street. It's quite narrow, and it has a nice balcony. And if you could return Philippa to me, I will be ever so grateful."
Wait just a moment. My name's Rogan Morbash, and you may have heard of me and my famed adventures so far.
Rogan, this cat needs saving. Let's go.
What might your name be, dear lady?
My name is Uza, but please hurry. Philippa is gonna get eaten any moment now.
Now, we'd love to save your cat, but we have heard a slightly troubling report of a creature that has caused this situation to come about. I don't suppose you happened to see that creature before you fled your shop, did you?
Yes, it's a monstrous thing. Many eyes, little round ball, sort of gooey.
Just one.
How little?
Yay big, about yay big.
Like the grapefruit.
Beach ball.
So why did you run away from the many-eyed beach ball?
It was firing lasers at me from its eyes.
Wow.
And what did these lasers do?
I did not stick around to get hit by one. Thank you very much.
Could we ask where how? I mean, a bit of a timeline here. Like, you were having tea, coffee. You were reading a book. Did it just come in through the front door? Where did? I'm curious as to.
Did it knock?
I have been preparing a local client's spell book. I was writing out spells for them. This thing, it just blasted through the window. I'm gonna have to repair it now. And if there's anything left of my shop, and it just started firing lasers. I ran out the door as quick as I could, and then I just had Philippa on the top floor.
Yeah. Oh no! Look, okay. Do you your shop? There's obviously there's windows. There's a front. Is there a back way in?
There is a back entrance to the shop. Yes.
Is there a cat flap?
Yeah.
You don't need a cat flap because Philippa's pretty good normally. She would jump out of the window, but I just hear her meowing inside still. She hasn't done that yet for some reason. Maybe she's being chased around by the darn ball.
Do you
With the lasers.
Or the other way around.
For Philippa, do you know what she likes that we could tease her out?
Yeah.
Specifically the cat, not the.
Yes,
not
indeed.
Not the
It's Philippa,
evil
not
eye
the-
laser
not the-
monster.
No, not the beach ball.
She likes the smell of chips.
Chips.
Chips come with quippers.
Yeah, no, I know, we know
Quippers and
what
chips.
chips are.
Yes.
It's just funny that a cat prefers the chips to the quipper. Yes, okay. Sure, we'll get some chips.
Just as an aside, I don't suppose you happen to know anywhere where we might pick up some mirrors of any
For
kind
the
on the
laser
way to the store.
redirection. Smart.
Mirrors? What do mirrors?
Reflective surfaces.
Do we have time for this?
The cat's going to
Please,
die.
please hurry.
Rescue it.
Philippa hasn't got much left time for her. Or much time left for her.
It's fine, you're in distress.
I feel like the reflective surfaces is a good idea. I also wonder if maybe this doesn't have to be a fight. This could be somebody does a distraction or has a conversation at the front of the shop, and if someone can somehow get in the back and just find a cat and
But
do the
the
cat
eyeball-
noise.
Could come back then. And then she's in the same situation.
Strictly speaking, I feel like we were asked to rescue a cat, and if we get the cat out of the situation,
Yeah, probably. Ignore the
Perhaps
evil,
Gina
yeah.
could put on a show-stopping show. In front
No,
of the
because
store.
there's no magic allowed. So the most magical show is not possible.
Can you not play without magic?
Of course I can, but it's
Oh,
not going to be enough for the cat to come.
Well, then it will be magical as always.
Shall we go then?
Please, you must hurry.
I get some chips from the cafe she's sitting outside.
Yeah.
Of,
Yeah, they sell chips.
yeah, I bet they do.
They're not cheap.
How
How much are these gourmet?
They're one shard.
Sure, I tell her to put it on her bill.
Yeah.
She's sitting
This old
outside. I tell her
crybaby
to
can
put
pay
the
for these chips.
on her bill.
Okay.
We're rescuing her
we've got
cat.
Actually,
quite
you know what?
mercenary.
You know what? This old lady can pay for all of us to have some chips.
wow.
Get a quipper while you're at it as well. Okay. I think that's
It'll help
I
us
think
rescue the
that's
cat
fair.
if we
Yeah,
all smell like chips.
That's true. Rub chips on ourselves.
The chips do smell pretty good.
I bet they do.
They look really crispy on the outside and
Oh, like
really,
fluffy
really
ins-
mushy and fluffy in the
Oh.
inside. Yeah.
Oh, they're the best chips.
Oil smells fresh.
Okay. Has it got in the chips? Does it have those like little crispy bits of batter that
Yeah,
get caught
yeah,
up in the?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Should we go? Okay, I've got the chips. Let's go.
Okay.
So you do find the shop very quickly. It is quite narrow. It does have 3 stories. Just let me describe you this area of the trade board a little bit. So the colors of it are basically instead of the green and orange of the Northwood, it's more like orange and gold. You know, it's quite bright. Ooh. And it's got this sort of
Snazzy.
snazzy sort of vibe to it. But the houses are very unlike in the Northwood, where the houses are quite big and spacious. These are quite narrow and higgledy-piggledy and sort of just squished together, and they're in different sizes and sort of one's taller, one's shorter, and there also seem to be like a lot of walkways, like balcony walkways, right? So it's not just the ground floor.
Oh, like around the high.
Yeah. So it's like there's like mezzanines that have been created by conjoining various buildings together, and also different shops sometimes are on the mezzanine floor, and then below them there's a different shop on the ground floor.
That's cool.
Right? Yeah. However, this particular shop oozes trinkets and artifacts is like one tall shop, right? And all 3 floors seem to be just that one shop.
So she's doing all right for herself.
She
can afford the chips. It's fine.
She can afford the chips probably. Yeah. Let's be honest, right? But let's also be honest that you didn't know that when.
She looked like she was well dressed.
All right, fair enough. And you immediately hear like crash, bang, wallop, crash, wallop, bang, crash, meow, meow. You know.
Oh, lasers.
Well,
like
right?
Lasers.
Yeah. You know, something falls down, something crashes, something breaks.
see.
You know, there's all kinds of hijink noises coming out of this shop.
I must say, the special effects on this show are really something.
I try. Thank you.
Well, it sounds like the cat's still alive, which is definitely a good thing.
Yes, that's good news. How do we feel about the idea of maybe doing a distraction at the front and somebody goes in the back and does cat acquisition?
I think
I like
if we're
that.
gonna do that, you're gonna go in because you're the sneakiest. So it's all up to you if you're feeling like that.
Perhaps you could
I
take the chips with you.
will take some chips. We can split up the chips. I'll take some
Well,
with me.
I think if we're trying to lure the cat in any one direction, maybe not. Maybe not confuse
Oh,
the cat.
indeed, yes.
All right, I'll take the chips. I also will probably need some kind of a bag net assembly because this cat is going to be, how should we say, agitated by
As long as it
lasers.
gets out of the building, though, I think maybe we could scatter some chips in the alleyway behind the shop.
Yes.
I could leave a trail of chips. You will know me by
chip
the
trail.
trail of chips. And then, but like also just, it seems like a good idea to have a net or a bag or some kind of something that you can, you know,
Put
even
the
one
cat
of those
in the bag.
cat carrier
Yes.
things.
Is
even.
there anything that looks net or bag related available in the area or on our persons?
Just pull down a curtain or something.
This. Give me a perception check, I guess.
All right. Oh. I have rolled 19.
Well, you notice in the rubbish bin of one of the adjacent shops, there's some packaging material that's been thrown away that, in a pinch, could be reused as a burlap sack.
That'll
Aris, there looks like there might be some useful material over in that in that bin. I'll let you sort that out.
That'll do.
Get in the bin.
Look, you can find all kinds of good things in bins. That'll do. I will take that. And a sack is good, and there's plenty of room in a sack for a cat. I will start heading around the back alley, or whatever the back of the building is, with my sack and my chips.
Bin bag.
Look.
I think it's called a bin bag. Paul.
This is a great way to
Aris,
spend a
rather.
weekend. It's constructive. It's problem solving. It's good for the community. It's, you know. Look. Let me put my chips.
Is Aris talking to himself at this point while he's walking around behind the
I
house?
guess so.
I
yeah.
think
Let
so.
me put
I
my
think so.
chips on the
Already-
ground.
You're already
okay?
gone.
Let a young
Trying to lure
man
a
put.
cat into a bag with some chips.
Rogan would like to try and sneak a little look through the window, but maybe he's not the stealthiest of individuals to do it. But maybe you could lift his
he'll be
shield up,
fine.
Okay.
and have a little look. So in case of lasers.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so I guess you rolled a perception check already, but that was for looking for a bag.
was.
And you found one. So give me another perception check, please.
All right. Wait. That is 11.
Right.
My shield covering a lot of my vision.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, you're not really able to tell what's going on, but you can tell that the shop is entirely in tatters. Right? Like you can't tell what's what from this window because it's quite dusty, and you're holding a shield up, and you're sort of just trying to peek through the corner, and you see a mess. You can't really tell what's what, but you see a mess. You also probably discern, even with the 11, that whatever noises are coming are not coming from the ground floor of the shop.
Okay, everyone, I've had a little look through the window and I couldn't see a lot, but it actually sounds like the noise is coming from higher up in the building now.
Oh.
Perhaps that might mean we can sneak in on the ground floor without coming into contact with anything that's going on at this moment.
I mean, that sounds possible.
You're not there, Eris. You were
Just pointing
your
out
ships.
that it sounds possible. Look, I'm in an alley with a bag and some chips. Leave me alone.
It's
I'm
not
having a good
sinister
time.
at all.
Shh. Look, it's not what it looks like.
Okay, let's go in quietly, and perhaps try and find this small cat. And
Gina will meow really loud
Is that before we go in?
before we go in.
wow, that's an
Can we-
incredible meow you have on you, Gina.
Can we hear this meow? It's very
Good
realistic.
grief.
That is very realistic.
Bessie heard that through my headphones.
Did she? Okay. That's adorable.
Was there any reaction from inside the building?
Uh,
To this meow?
So, I mean, there's still crashing and meowing and like, you know, the building seems to have taken a life of its own where something's happening inside it. It's not good, but it exists outside of the scope of reality. You know, there's a new reality in that building, and that reality is that there is a cat being chased by what seems to be one of those grapefruits with eyes that attacked you previously.
Disco.
And they're
Disco-
having
disco
they're
ball.
having their own little dance, and it's gonna end soon if you don't intervene.
Could I go in through the broken window?
Yeah, you can, of course. Yeah, one of the windows is broken in, and
Yeah.
you could go in through that.
Rather than going in through the door and making a clatter
Yeah.
to open
Bling.
a lock
Yeah.
or
We
whatever.
got the key,
Don't
right?
want the little bell going off.
You do have the key.
Oh, I have the key.
Well,
Yeah.
I give it to someone else.
I will open the door with the key because
Sure.
if we need to run out,
Because
we
I'm not
need
super
an open door.
stealthy. So I'd rather try and go through a broken window than clatter about with a key in a lock.
So you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
It's not stealthy going through a window than going through a door.
I mean-
Marche.
I'll. It's Marche's idea of being stealthy. Give me a stealth check.
Can you pass me a dice?
No, but I as Gina, I tell Marche, like, if we want to be quiet, it's better to unlock the door than
You think?
crash through a broken window and fall onto glass if it goes wrong.
Oh, you may
mean,
have a good
I-
point.
I think
do not wish-
Gina might be talking sense here.
I don't wish to cut my knees.
No.
Okay, I'm going to still try and do a stealth check through the door, though.
Through
so
the
I
door.
don't-
Well, you
so
get
I don't-
advantage now.
Because?
Well, because you're not going through the window.
All right. I got a 12.
Well, fantastic.
I got a 12.
You got. a
Do we
12.
also need to roll stealth?
Yeah, if you're all trying to be sneaky, please give me a stealth check.
Oof.
I mean, I'm just going to wait till they open the door and then...
That's
walk.
12.
Smart idea.
All right, I'll roll for stealth. Fine. That'll be a 4 from Rogan.
Wow.
Well known for his stealth. Actually,
That's fine.
I roll with disadvantage. Let me roll again. Yeah, that would be a 4.
Okay, fantastic. As you enter the shop, the noises stop. Suddenly. And then after about 5 seconds, there's a meow, no, and then it all starts crashing down again, right? Like you feel like whatever is upstairs is aware of your presence
Sure.
rather than not,
That's-
but they're still chasing one
That's
another.
annoying. Okay.
Do I notice that as like? Do I like deduct that it's like, hey, they know we're here, so why try to be stealthy?
Yeah, I mean, you realize that you've been heard. Yeah,
Then
it's
I
pretty
will
obvious.
just run upstairs. Like,
Fantastic.
Just like boom, 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 boom,
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
Gina
care.
runs upstairs.
There we go. All right.
She sees a scene of chaos. There's cat hair everywhere, scratchings, laser burns on walls, like where like a beam went, right? And then, there's whatever books were there are now like sawn in half and,
Oh
wow.
dear.
wow.
burnt off, but, not like on fire, just sort of, they didn't catch fire. They've just been like, lacerated.
Charred.
Right.
Charred and seared.
Yeah, charred and seared. There's broken mirrors. There's, like
Oh, mirrors.
broken
Yeah.
mirrors.
Yeah, it's still a mirror though.
There's
isn't it?
all kinds of household materials like brooms, sawed in half, or like a whole sort of wardrobe of various knickknacks and makeup and stuff like that, and perfumes that's been trashed to bits. And
wow.
there on the top of that wardrobe, with hair up, and tail in a complete alert floof mode, right? Is
Complete floof.
is ginger cat,
Philippa.
Philippa, indeed. And there's also a very familiar side, a green, slimy, floating eyeball with many eye stalks, and it sees you, and please roll initiative.
Oh, I'm downstairs
Yes.
still.
Shall I also roll some for being in the alley?
Yes, please.
Aris, the one who's sneaking into the building. We've just walked in through the front door and run upstairs.
Well, I have an idea. We'll see how this goes, but I might
Gina
be able
has
to
I got
contribute.
16.
Gina has
I
16.
rolled a natural 20.
Wow.
Good
On
job.
initiative.
Crikey.
I mean, I'll miss, but like I was really quick at it.
So what's your
I have-
result?
The end
Total.
result. Oh, for me, it would technically be 21.
21. Okay.
Pretty
Aris,
good. 16 as well.
16 as well. I'll put you in front of Gina, if that's okay. Just for now.
Say
and
what?
Marche,
2.
2.
Emma is shocked.
Shook.
I'm running upstairs to save this damn cat. So like,
Yeah, you zipped
Aris is
past
just
us.
eating chips in the alley. So
I had two.
no,
Uh-huh,
you had
uh-huh,
3
uh-huh.
at least.
Rogan.
I had to make sure that they were safe. and-
Rogan, you're up first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So where's this? How far away is this?
So this is on the first floor, right? So you're on the
Yeah.
ground floor. Gina just ran up,
So, okay.
and
So,
and you're on the ground floor. What do
Yeah.
you do?
I'm not changing.
what's around me that looks like it'd be useful?
Sorry, 1 second. I didn't quite hear you, Elaine. I'm sorry.
Do we need this? Yet?
No, we don't.
No, okay. Sorry. Sorry.
there,
I'm so
like-
sorry, Rogan.
Is there anything? That's all right. Is there anything like around on the shop? I don't know what kind of shop this is. What are there any items that seem like they would be useful in this
You
event?
tell me.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, what it's got a bag that's full of mirrors on a stick, and I'd see that and I pick it up. I don't know what's in this store, so I could invent an item that's perfect for me, but it maybe doesn't seem fair.
Well, then that's part of role playing, isn't it? You don't invent something that doesn't seem fair.
Wow.
All right. I look
Wow.
around. There's nothing of any use, so I'm gonna head upstairs
Well,
to
there's
see
a
where
bunch-
Gina's ran upstairs. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I better run upstairs to see what's going on.
So it's a shop full of magicians' books and whatnot, right? Like there's various knickknacks and trinkets that you don't understand, and you don't care about, honestly. Rogan doesn't deal with magic that much, so it's
He does not. That is
it's
accurate.
not really your forte.
It's not. I will. I will make my way upstairs as rapidly as possible.
That's fine. You run upstairs. You're at the top of the stairs. You're in the room. You see what Gina is seeing. You're standing right next to Gina, and you would, if you wanted to get to the thing which is in the center of the room, you would have to basically run, which would expend it would expend your action.
Well, I think what Rogan would be looking to do would be looking to. What's the distance to the cat, and what's the distance to Disco Face?
Right. Okay. So you're only about 10 feet away from the ball, right? The cat is about 20 foot away on the other side of this narrow, long room, right?
Would I be able, in expending my action, to be able to be defensive, but in between the cat and Disco Ball?
You could do that, yeah.
That's what Rogan would be doing. Rogan would run up the stairs, and then with his shield, look to get in the way between Disco Ball and the cat. So it'd be just kind of defending the cat.
Yep, that's all right. Aris, you're next. You're outside.
Eating chips.
So,
Eating chips.
look.
You can
maybe
continue
4
to eat chips if you like.
I mean, nobody would know. But I assume I can hear all these noises, that there are things happening. In the shop
people.
at this point
You can probably even see through the open door that Rogan just, Gina and Rogan just bolted upstairs.
They just did their SWAT team through the front door thing.
Yeah.
I'm a man of an amount of nimbleness.
Yes.
I feel like scaling the outside of the building
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
might be helpful.
So.
And then peering through sort of the windows as I go up to see if I can spot the floor the cat's on.
Mhm.
And then we can commence sort of Operation Chip Bang.
Yeah, so if you want to scale, you're fortunate because, as I mentioned, the nature of this neighborhood is very higgledy-piggledy. There's all kinds of wooden beams sticking out, and ledges and things to grab on and pull yourself up on and stuff like that. So you wouldn't find it too hard. I do need an athletics check, but I will give it to you
Easy.
with advantage.
What
Even
side of the building was the cat on? Was the cat on towards the rear of the building or towards the front of the building?
So it was towards the rear of the building.
Oh, was it now? All right.
Aris?
I'd like to announce that I have rolled a natural 20, which makes me very happy because previously I rolled a 1.
Right.
So the advantage is advantageous. This is, I literally could
That's
have
excellent.
fallen in a
That's
bin.
the definition of advantage, right? there.
Yeah. Or, so this is great.
I mean, okay, you're right in front of the window. I will say you're right in front of the window. Just in front of you, you see Gina. A little bit further back, the ball. Even further back, Rogan, and just a faint whisper of Ginger, and green glowing eyes.
Oh, this might wait on the cat or
Yeah.
glowing in a normal cat
Well,
way?
because it's quite all the lights are out, right? It's cat eyes glow in the darkness. We all know this. This isn't a D&D thing. This is just a thing, Paul. You're quite fond of animals. You should know this.
I've met at least 4 animals in my life. Is this a window that opens outwards, or is it like a sash window that goes up?
Oh, the window has been broken ages ago. No,
I can start waving chips.
You could start waving
the window.
chips.
I'm doing my cat noise, which is
Okay.
which hopefully can be heard over the sound of lasers. I don't know. I don't actually know how loud the laser is.
Well, we'll find out soon. Gina, it's your turn.
Well, if I see Rogan trying to protect the cat, I will just go and stab the ball.
Nice.
Stab the ball.
I'm just
Yeah, go for it.
oh no, that's an 8.
That's an 8. So I mean, it's imagine like a ball hovering in the air. But whenever you try to stab it, it goes whoop, and then goes whoop, whoop. Like just.
I will use my my speech to hiss at the cat, so it will jump off the
The wardrobe.
wardrobe
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
and hopefully move to a safer spot.
We'll find out what the cat does on the cat's turn.
On the cat.
Oh, the cat's turn.
The cat
little
turns
turnip
into a
turn.
werewolf and attacks us all, and
Yeah.
Funny.
the end.
Catastrophe.
Next up, it's the giant eyeball. Not the giant eyeball, the
Hooray!
small eyeball. The
Little
small floating
eyeball.
eyeball.
I thought it had more than one eyeball.
It has many eyeballs.
many
It has one big eyeball,
Oh.
which is the center of the thing, but also tiny little eyeballs on stalks protruding from the. Yeah, it's grim. It's grim. Okay, well, on its turn, it's gonna shoot some lasers. The lasers it will shoot will be determined thusly. One of these lasers is going at Rogan.
I got my
What a-
shield up.
Yeah. One of these other lasers is going at the cat.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah.
Rude.
Rude indeed. Rogan. A laser just like you try to put your shield up, but before you even could, like something just went zoom into you.
Ow.
Could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Wisdom. Trolling me right now.
Wisdom.
That is 16.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wait, it. Yeah.
So
Pretty good.
for a brief moment, you felt an urge of fondness for this eyeball thing. Maybe it's misunderstood. Maybe it just wants to be loved. Maybe you could be friends with it. And then you realized, wait a minute, no, it's a giant, disgusting, floating eye with lasers, and it doesn't want to be loved. It's just here to wreck things. So a brief spell of, sort of,
I mean, really.
right.
Got enough friends, Rogan. Friends are trouble. You got enough friends.
Enough friends for you, sir.
Just don't end up owing it money.
Exactly.
So another ray flies at the cat, and I need to do something in Dungeons and Dragons that I've never done before. So if you just give me a second, I don't really know how a cat would react to that.
Chase after it.
Generally say like all cat reactions are unpredictable, and I think there is an element of folly here where we think that anything
think it
we do
depends.
is going to
If
determine what the cat
if the
does.
laser goes at the cat, it'll run away. But if the laser's in front of the cat, it'll probably run after the laser. It'll be one or the other.
And so on
Well-
the color of laser as well, maybe.
I feel like there's a difference between like a laser pen and a searing laser of heat.
Oh right, the cat critted, so that's good. So a cat has just been blasted with a laser as well,
dear.
but it just went. It's really unhappy. All its hairs sort of like went up. There doesn't seem to be any sort of visible damage to the cat. It just seems even more irritated and sort of like. So that was.
So it didn't hurt it.
No, it didn't hurt it
Oh,
this
okay,
time.
Good.
This time.
This time.
This time.
Next is Marche.
Yes, I was just thinking about what I can do with the equipment that I have. So I, as a thief, if I use my move action, sorry, not as a thief. I'm not a thief. As my move
I'm not
action,
a no.
I can
You're
just-
not a...
I can reach them now, right? I can reach
You could go up the stairs, yeah.
I can go up the stairs. Could I? Could I?
You would be right at the top of the stairs. You wouldn't be any further. You would be right at the top of the
So
stairs.
how far away am I from the eyeballs?
You would be like 15 feet away.
Oh, that's a shame.
10 feet? Wait, did I say 10 or 15 feet? How big is this
It
room?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's too far away.
Okay.
So could I? So this laser eyeball laser is going after the cat, correct? Could I do have a mirror as part of my thieves
There we go.
kit.
Okay.
Could I try and convince the eyeball that the cat is somewhere else? Like like shine the mirror in a way that it reflects the cat where I am.
Right.
So it thinks the cat is where I am. So
What
it
I
starts-
love about this plan is this plan would work really well on a cyclops, but on something that has a lot of eyes, it may have a little bit too like this.
It's a bit.
Let's
different.
find out. So
Well, because I'm a bit useless with like, I mean, I was going to try and lasso some rubber tubing round its head, but I'm
no,
too far
I
away.
like your plan, right? I think that would require either a dexterity check or an intelligence check. One or the other.
I would prefer to do.
It depends on how you're doing it.
Well,
like,
yeah, but
are you using like your knowledge of
I'm going
physics?
to use my knowledge of physics because I'm rubbish at
The
dex.
knowledge.
I'm going to use the knowledge. I don't
was
normally
about-
go south of the river, but
I thought that was
but I
about
am.
what shops were on the street. The knowledge.
I mean, sure.
Could be
it's,
about lots of things, I guess.
It is, yeah. You have to do lots of things to pass the knowledge, like work with me, like look in your mirrors, for example, and see what you can see in the mirrors. I'm stalling because I don't want this to be bad. What
Whoa,
is
it went
It's gone
underneath
behind
the iPad.
Yeah, it's a 17 plus.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Plus my int, which is 3,
Yeah.
so that's 20.
Wow. Okay. So
An
you seem to
unnatural
have
20.
with this like mirror finagling in your
Yeah.
hand, right?
Uh-huh.
You seem to have attracted
It's on
the
a
eyeball's
stick, the
attention
mirror.
on a stick, right? Okay.
It's like this.
You're not sure if you're actually successfully mirroring the cat,
Right.
but at least you've got its attention via like
That's
Okay.
true.
yeah,
Maybe light.
yeah, like various like reflections.
Cool.
And,
All right.
yeah, there's not much light coming in. There's light
Sure.
coming in from the window, but Aris has blocked it mostly with his bag
Well,
of chips.
no, I'd be
With
you
his
know,
bag of
hunkered
chips.
down.
How big is this bag of chips? To
I mean,
block
no,
a
because he's
window?
waving the chips,
Oh, I
isn't
see.
he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm
All right.
tempting. I'm tempting. I'm not waving. I'm tempting.
you're tempting, right? Okay.
Can you show us how you're tempting?
Right.
Amazing. If I were a cat, I would definitely come and eat your chips.
Yes.
Right. Aris,
Hi, how are you doing?
it's the cat's turn.
Oh,
On the
no.
cat's turn, this isn't normal D&D rules, but whatever.
Sure.
On the cat's turn, can you make me a charisma check?
Oh, here we go.
You can
Look,
you can add
I've
animal handling or ken or whatever it is in D&D.
Animal
Or,
handling. Yeah.
or you know, persuasion, but with disadvantage because
Ooh.
you're not persuading a human being, you're persuading a cat.
God,
all right. So
animal
that's out the window because that is only going to go wrong with 2
Yeah.
dice. So if I do charisma, I get +2. If I do animal handling, I get +1. So I'm definitely going to be charismatic for the whole +2.
Oh no, so it's charisma, right? It's charisma, but it's not
Oh.
using like the normal abilities that you would use for animal, whatever it is, handling.
Sure.
It's using charisma. So
Yeah.
yeah.
This could be good. This could be really good.
Not really good.
It's not really good.
No.
Right.
Boo.
So the cat sees the chips, and it's puzzled for a second because it really likes chips.
Yeah.
Look, chips. Philippa.
What if you only made it more angry because you have the chips and the cat doesn't?
However, the cat does not know you, and it's slightly suspicious because currently it's been fighting for its life against a floating eyeball with lasers, and also it's very confused because cats like lasers, and
Yeah.
this is just the most confusing day in Philippa's world, and
Yep.
you know, and I think you made it a little bit harder. So it doesn't know what to do yet. So it's not going to make its way towards you.
Not yet.
It
It's okay.
will, however, cower, and by cowering, it's going to give itself a little bonus to armor class if it needs it. Next up, it's Rogan.
So disco eyes just lasered me to become friends, but I got over it.
Get over the friendship real fast.
That was quick. Yeah, I was quick. I remembered all my previous friendships that didn't work out and was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the heartache.
Crikey.
Can I I suppose last time someone tried hitting it, it was really quick and it whizzed around like some kind of Jedi training exercise, but I would still like to try and swing my axe at it.
Okay.
And try and chop it in half. So Rogan's he obviously did the thing with the shield and got lasered in the face anyway. So now he's like, obviously the shield's not really doing much for him. So he's like, all right, let's go focus on the old classics, which never fail Rogan, ever. Swinging an axe at a thing.
Swing an axe at a thing.
So I'm going to swing an axe at it.
Swinging the
Bear with me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Oh, something's gone wrong.
No, I'll be with you very shortly.
Okay.
Can I roll my dice?
You can roll your dice, yes.
Okay, I will roll. I'll swing an axe at a thing. Jesus.
Never goes wrong.
Never goes wrong. I
Never
rolled
goes wrong.
10.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's it's a tiny eyeball with lasers, and I'm sorry, Rogan. You're trying really hard, but swinging an axe in the air against a tiny eyeball with lasers is never.
Rogan
going to be
is
easy.
trying. That's an accurate assessment.
Would you like to use your action surge?
I used that in our last session, and we haven't rested since then. So.
Do you mean a short rest or a long rest?
Yeah, well, there was no description of us having had a short
No,
rest.
that's fine. You can have a short rest because you've traveled, so you would have sat in a dray carriage, and
Okay.
I'll give you a short rest. I'll give you a short rest.
You're a kindly DM. I will, in that case, then use my action surge to attempt to once again hit a disco eyeball.
Go for it.
That is 21.
Crikey.
Wow. That's
I was just calibrating where the eyeball was going.
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
You know, I was about to say, like, if we get any donations tonight, I think they should go towards buying new dice for you.
Right.
But maybe they telepathically heard
I'm
that.
really good at rolling initiative. That's the thing. Like,
That's
I'm
true.
really good at that.
That's true.
Please,
I'm really good at being quick and terrible.
please give me some damage.
Oh, yeah. Damage. Let me get my damage dice. Hoi, hoi. So that is... Let's do some numbers. That is 11.
Whoa. Oh, you smacked that ball down, right? Like, it's... The first swing missed,
Yeah.
and the second swing, it's like, whoomped, right? And sadly, you didn't quite miss it with the sharpest... You didn't quite hit it with the sharpest bit of your axe, because you would have cleaved it in half. Instead, you just sort of slapped it down, right? Because you felt like, I'm not quite agile enough to hit it with the blade, right? Like directly. But I could probably slap it with the sort of flat side of my axe. And it just whammed to the floor,
Nice.
right? It's still sort of floating, but its eyeballs are sort of going.
Did I basically just go jitterbug and like just hit it?
Yep,
Just do that.
pretty much.
Wham.
Thank you for that not outdated reference at all.
Keeping it current.
Yeah. Aris, it's your turn.
Are you now skipping me or?
Oh,
Oh,
was
Oh no,
Aris
sorry.
not first?
No, Aris
Oh, you
was
said
before.
Aris before.
Aris was before,
Oh,
yeah.
no, Aris got the cat thing first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so with any luck now, Disco Ball friend is engaged in a fight.
Yes. Yes.
I'm wondering if it's more viable to try and sneak in and just put a cat in a bag. How hard could that be?
How hard could it be?
How hard could it be?
The cat whisperer.
Well, tell me what you're doing.
If I can sneak in through the broken window
Okay.
and sort of crawl stealth my way behind this thing towards the corner that the cat's in,
Right.
this thing is busy with Rogan, then I could, as a
Actually
stealthy rogue,
crawl, or
definitely sort of press X to crouch.
right, crouch rather than crawl.
Move from,
Okay.
bit of furniture to behind bit of furniture and then save my game halfway in case somebody sees me.
That's a current reference, isn't it?
There we go.
That's very
yeah.
current.
Well
Very
done.
current video
Well
game
done.
like Mass Effect. That's current, right?
Yeah, that's a video game. I've heard of it,
There we go.
which means it must be released today.
Thanks for tuning in, kids, to this chat of young people talking about topical things in the now.
I like Max Payne.
I like
Wow.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2,
That is
which is
current.
current because
That is
it's been
current.
released again yesterday.
You wait long enough, everyone. It'll come back. It'll come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Like flares.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
hope they're coming back soon.
my digital skating skills are relevant again.
Are you right there, Paul? You seem
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
just thinking about flares
shocked.
and if they'll come back. I really am now.
I'm
Don't
wearing
worry about it.
boot
Don't
cut
worry about
trousers,
it.
So
You can't change what's inevitable.
What do you do, Paul? You
Here
crawl.
we go.
Give me.
I crouch.
You crouch. What are you trying to achieve with this crouching? Are you trying to not be spotted by the? Let's call the grapefruit a grapefruit. It's a gazer. The name of the monster is a gazer.
but
Right.
grapefruit is more
Gazer.
fun.
Huh?
Grapefruit is more fun.
Well, it's
Grapefruit is-
grapefruit with
Disco
laser.
ball.
Oh,
Disco ball.
Gazer.
What?
Right?
Is that
Ball.
its actual name?
I mean, it's
No, its actual name.
Gazer.
Its actual name's Jeff. But
Well,
that's-
yeah, no,
Mine
fair,
is.
fair.
Anywho,
Yes, if I
Anywho.
can not be spotted by that orby floaty fellow and also the cat because I kind of want to get the jump on the cat.
trying to not be spotted by everything. Oh, that looks good.
I mean,
does
well,
look cool.
it's my forte
Jeff
is not
Gazer.
being seen.
Wait, do you want to do
Jeff
that again,
Gazer.
Esther? And then everyone can see.
You need some
Ooh,
sunglasses.
Look at that.
It's enough eyes.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, my objective is hopefully not to be seen by the cat or the floaty boy.
Gazer.
It's getting a jump on a cat at this point. The cat, everything is going to distract the cat because it's a cat.
right. Okay.
But I just need the cat in the bag.
Well, I guess I it's not so much about stealth because you are going to be spotted. You've just been waving chips, from the window. So the gazer is aware that you are there. It's more about not causing more attention to yourself, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah. And I think I don't know what check that is. It's some sort of a charisma check. It's a charisma stealth check. It's a charisma check where you're less dexterous and more sort of just like I'm nonchalantly entering this room. I'm not a threat to you,
I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can try that.
You can just look like someone who's shuffling along the floor on their bum eating chips.
So what happens is I end up looking like a person shuffling along on the floor on my bum eating chips as I've rolled 6. So probably got a bit of like broken glass in my bum as well.
Ouch.
Probably.
I mean, 6 isn't that bad. You just look so
Yes,
weird.
it is.
Well, no, I mean, you failed, right? In terms of success failure, right?
Generally, at this point, like in life, crawling along the floor, eating chips with a bag out of a bin, trying to tempt it. I am suddenly, it's that moment where it hits you and you're like, oh no. Where did, like, I'm Aris, what am I, like 22, 23 years old? Where did I go wrong? My life is
Sounded
over.
like a master plan, getting a bin bag and some chips to catch a cat.
I'm sorry that broke me.
So I probably get halfway across the room and stop and have sort of existential despair about who I am and what I'm doing. Like maybe we should have just gone and killed this thing, and then the cat would calm down, and then the woman could come back. Like I've just overcomplicated everything. I should be back, changing the pumps on a barrel, a veil.
Yeah.
You know all the terminology.
Well, the
I
good
don't.
news.
I failed at that.
The good news is you got towards the cat. I'm sorry, my glasses have fucked up from the crying.
Africa, why did you take this moment to start cutting up some onions? You appear to have
Right?
moist eyes.
Would flush the tears out, right? So I don't have them anymore. Yeah, so you crawl across the room. I mean, I'm not going to describe it, actually. It's what it is, right? And we're just going to leave your turn at that. And
So
then...
he's shuffling along the floor on his bum, right?
Yeah.
Eating chips.
Yeah. I don't need to say anything
Glass
here.
in his...
It's Gina's turn.
Stab time.
Go for it, Gina.
Oh, no, it's not stab time. Never mind.
What'd you get?
Nothing.
What'd you get?
It's a 6.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's nothing.
yeah, it is nothing. Well, that was Gina's turn.
Yeah.
Next, it's the Gazer. The Gazer is now sort of has its attention towards Marche because he's waving a mirror, and also Aris because he's eating chips on the floor. Thankfully, not the cat, though, right?
That's the main thing.
You bought the cat a turn of life.
Is he distracted though?
Who?
The
The Gazer?
Yeah, or did I do nothing? Like
Oh no, yeah, he's gonna fire a ray at you, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So first at Marche, give me a wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my save? I can never find my saving throw. Oh, here we
Top
go.
left.
I found it. 0. So 9.
9, fantastic.
Not fantastic, probably, is it?
Why are we trying to hurt this wonderful, beautiful creature? You think to yourself.
Uh-oh.
It is.
Here we go.
It's clearly just very confused. Wonderful specimen of its kind. Could be maybe trained as a pet, or maybe it's just it needs someone to talk to and be understood and listened. Elaine, Marche is currently charmed. Whilst he is charmed, he cannot attack the Gazer or produce any harmful abilities or magical effects at the Gazer.
Yeah. I can't do magic anyway, so whatever.
And you also have your speed is halved.
Right.
And you have disadvantage on any kind of other attack rolls that you might want to perform. You can't perform any attack rolls against the Gazer.
It's okay.
I
I have a plan. It's fine. I have a plan.
And then that lasts until the end of your next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's find out what happens to Aris. Okay. Aris, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Go on.
I did. I got 5.
That's a result.
It is, and out of 10, that's halfway.
Aris, whilst you're crawling on the floor and eating chips and generally wondering what the hell's gone wrong with your life, you suddenly realize that this isn't like a tiny grapefruit ball with eyes for lasers. This is a horrendous, horrible, terrifying monster, the likes of which you have never thought before. Forget about its diminutive size. It is more fearsome and ferocious than a troll because clearly, just with these lasers, it could burn you into a crisp and it shoots them out of all of its eyes, and it's got like maybe 17 of them. And you know, you're not sure that's an accurate number, but in your head right now, it's 17.
About that.
Yeah, it's completely out of your league. What are you doing here? This cat's not worth it.
Okay.
You are currently frightened.
Oh boy.
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, whilst you're within line of sight of this gazer, and you cannot willingly move closer towards the gazer. This condition will last until the start of the gazer's next turn.
It's okay, I've got a plan.
Sure.
So that was the gazer. Next is Marche.
Sure. Oh, what am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. How far away am I from him?
From
the
gazer,
gazer.
you are 10, 15 feet away. I can't remember what I said, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but I can move closer to him.
You
'cause
can?
with my move action.
You do not currently wish to harm it.
I know, but I would like to keep it as a pet, right?
Right.
Right. That's
Right.
what it. That's the thought it put in my head.
That's the thought I
I
put
would
in
like
your
to
head.
capture it still.
Right. No, you do not wish to harm this creature.
I don't wish to
It deserves
harm
to be
it.
free.
But I
And-
want to train it as a pet.
No, because he deserves his freedom, probably.
Yeah,
No, it
no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I know you want to capture.
Maybe I'll crawl on the floor and eat chips.
Yeah.
I think
As
we
my
all need to
action.
crawl on the floor and eat chips by now.
Okay, so I can't catch it. I can't
No, you
try
do
and-
not want to capture this. You do not want to harm it in any way whatsoever. And in your mind right now, capturing it would be harming it.
There is still a cat.
I was going to say, could I try and pet the gazer? Okay, how far away am I from the cat?
That's further. That's like you could reach it by spending your entire move action. Yeah. Like
Entire move action?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
entire
You
action
yeah,
action?
your move speed.
Just my move?
Yeah, you could get there with your speed,
So,
yeah.
Sure, I'll go up to the cat. I have chips. I have chips, right?
Did you get chips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one that got the chips.
All right. Okay.
Right.
You have chips.
Oh, I didn't give them all to Aris, did I? Did I?
I
That
don't think
would
so,
be
no.
stupid.
We can split the chips up
All
somewhat.
right, cool.
Marsha's the kind of person that would always keep a little something in a little vial. Put
A
chip
vial
in
of chips.
put a
True
chip in a
that.
vial.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a chip in a vial. So how's the cat looking?
The cat is looking terrified, scared, confused. Its hairs are standing up. Its tail is standing up. Its spine is in a perfect U shape. Its ears are alert and its eyes are glowing. Sorry, what did you ask?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this cat. Can I reach it?
You can, yeah, if you want to.
Can I? Okay. Can I try and usher it towards Aris?
Sure, yeah.
Like,
of
so
course.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to catch it myself. I just want to try and weave it towards Aris. So Aris
Animal
can-
handling, please.
Yep, got
Yeah.
it. I got this. 18.
You have trained all your life for this. Is that
haven't.
18 or do you have even more?
No, it's 18.
It's 18.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, so when you said I've got this, I thought like you had like animal handling that you trained in it and
I'm just a confident,
right, okay.
artificer.
You had a +0 on it. You just
Yeah.
went, I've got
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, no, okay. The cat seems to understand that you are in fact meaning business.
Yeah.
And you're not here to just like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
Good.
you are maybe,
Good.
if not its superior, because cats don't really have superiors, but in some ways an authority to be respected. So it's going to frustratedly jump off of the wardrobe and start running towards the gazer,
Right.
where Aris is.
Oh, come on. Is Aris,
No.
by the way, aware that Aris is a slang word for bottom?
Where?
Well,
In the real world? In Waterdeep?
I mean, both. Why not both? Why not both?
Okay.
Just makes
That's
sense.
role playing, Efka.
Yeah,
Use your
okay.
Yeah, that's
imagination.
role
Use your
play.
imagination.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Am I supposed to be using my imagination right now? Or is there some critical piece of knowledge from the real world that I am lacking?
It's Waterdavian.
It's Waterdeep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to say it's Waterdavian. And
Okay.
also in the real
So
world.
you're
but-
saying we're friends with someone whose name is Butts.
Yeah, basically. But it's okay. He carries it well. He carries his butt
His
well.
bottom. Well,
I'm not going to say this is canon. But it was an interesting sidetrack. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for that.
But so I kind of achieved my goal though. The cat is well, it's running towards the
gazer.
laser.
Danger.
Yeah,
So maybe I
but
did
Aris is
achieve
next
my
to it.
goal.
So.
Nuts.
Who knows?
Okay.
And Aris is scared for his
Okay.
life.
Well, sure.
It's the cat's turn. It runs. So that's good. And on the cat's turn, the cat ran. It's Rogan.
I'm going to try hitting Jeff.
Go for it.
Jeff Gazer again.
Jeff Gazer.
Jeff Bezos.
That is. That is 21.
Wow.
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 Good job, Rogan.
That's fantastic. Please roll some
Really good.
damage.
Really good in the hitting disco balls.
Yeah.
But
Cool, Jeff.
that is 8 damage.
You squish it into paste. You
Yes.
you annihilate this
Horrible.
foul, smelly, gooey, goopy eyeball, and its stalks sort of rise a little bit from under the heft of the blade of your axe, and they sort of do this for a little bit, and then they just flump.
Oh no.
Right. I mean, this is an aberrant creature.
No,
from
am I not still?
Huh?
Am I not still like? Breaking?
Oh yeah, you're still charmed. It
Charmed.
hasn't been the gazer's turn yet.
I'm sad. I'm very sad
so-
at this.
For
No.
a brief 6 seconds,
Yeah.
you've been sad, and then you were like,
Were you going to be like,
Why am I sad?
cradling
Yeah.
like a squished, oozing balloon just on the floor?
I mean, I'm certainly going to get some paste.
Scoop,
off the
scoop.
floor. Scoop,
Scoop,
scoop.
scoop.
scoop, scoop.
right. This condition, by the way, does not persist. You do not.
Okay.
Marche isn't forever charmed and in love with gazers. It just.
Okay.
It's a spell. It wore off, right?
Okay.
Like it's done its damage, and that's it.
Sweet.
After a tumultuous battle in Uza's shop, you've defeated the Gazer and eventually returned Philippa to Uza, who was incredibly grateful. And
Does the cat come willingly after that then?
well, yeah, because you sort of you convinced it that you're
chips.
the boss, right? You're
Ah.
right. So the cat listened to Marche eventually.
And Aris, I assume.
Bit more marche.
More Marche, yeah, really.
Sure.
Aris was more of a curiosity, but Aris did have chips.
That's a word
That is
for it.
true.
Yeah. and eventually Philippa did eat some chips.
Oh.
Uza thanks you very much and hands you 2 potions of healing as a reward for
Hey.
rescuing her shop.
Nice.
Is she annoyed at the fact we made her pay for the chips?
No, she's not.
Excellent.
She's
Good
not at all
stuff.
annoyed about the fact that you made her pay for the chips. And that was a successfully handled, I guess,
Incursion.
like a minor little event in Waterdeep. However, as the evening comes,
Yeah.
you return to Morbash Manor to regroup and come up with
Did we invite Uza to Morbash Manor sometime?
We should.
absolutely
And Philippa.
absolutely
Yeah.
Bring Philippa
Yeah.
along as well, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we
Absolutely.
don't
can run
have a
after the
clear pets
crows.
policy. Yeah, actually, do we? Not that that's bad. It's just we could say, pets are allowed.
Pets are welcome.
Yes, all
Yeah.
pets.
Worth thinking about.
Also, just mechanically, I should say that you have gained another point of renown with the Harpers.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you're currently standing at 2 points of renown.
Yeah.
If you ever were to gain a third point of renown, you would advance in the organization.
Ooh.
Be in with the gang.
You would be in
right?
with the gang.
We
Yeah.
would be the harpiest harpies.
Indeed. Talking of Harpers, as you return to Morbash Manor, it's really busy.
Nice.
It's really busy because guess
Okay.
what? You've defeated like 2 trolls earlier. Was it earlier today? Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Earlier
it was
today.
earlier today.
What are
Wow.
days?
Yeah,
what a day.
I know. Right?
Wow.
You've defeated 2 trolls and everything. There's all the people here, and as soon as you enter your own tavern, everyone goes, "Hey!"
Like
everyone's
when
having
Fonz
drinks.
walks in.
Hey.
Everyone's really happy to see you. Then you're being carried around for a little bit, as the heroes that you are. Rogan less so, but just because he's really big and hard to carry. And eventually, like, a crowd gathers and everyone picks you up, and you're like sort of being carried around. It's a good time. Your staff are sort of giving you winks, going, "This is going really well. This is going really, really well." We're all like,
Yeah.
like they're not like opening the register, but they're sort of going like, right,
Sure.
right, things are happening here.
We are
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
Getting
You
paid.
notice, however, that whilst everyone's like festive, right?
Yeah.
There's one table in the corner
No.
where a familiar figure sits and isn't quite in the same celebratory mood, but looks more like it means business. And that figure is Renner Neverember.
Oh.
Your friend with whom you went on adventures together, and
Yeah.
he's clearly here to talk to you, but he's not going to interrupt the all the celebration and joy and whatnot, as they say. But he's going to wait for you to.
Is there music?
No, because
Of
Gina
course.
has been away.
Of course
so-
there
Oh,
is.
now there is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
What are
only
you playing?
Gina
What are you
that's-
playing, Gina?
Something about chips.
Cats and chips.
And how you can have existential life crises while crawling on the floor.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
I don't know what that song's about.
But it's all like weaving into like the chip theory.
The chip
Chip
saga.
theory.
The chippy chip chit theory.
I wonder
Chip,
where
chip,
the
chip.
inspiration for the song came from.
It's a mystery.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, some people are just very inspired and they come up with
Yeah.
good fictional, stories. They're
Right?
Fiction.
They're just talented that way.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Are you coming for me right now?
I'm
What
going
do you
to
do?
change a pump on the barrel.
You change a pump on the barrel. Okay, good.
The barrel on a pump. Leave me alone.
Well, Aris ate his weight in chips, but I don't think the rest of us have really eaten. So I'm going to get some
There's half a
food.
bag left.
There's half a bag left.
They're now all like soggy and
Yeah,
like,
I'll
Yeah, no,
chips.
I'm gonna get some chips and something to drink. I'm gonna like join in the festivities, but not necessarily staying with the party, but like mingling. I'm gonna mingle, get some food and mingle.
Mingle.
Rogue gonna be drinking from his never drunk cup.
Oh, yeah,
it's got
forgot
your
about
name
that.
on it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So for those who weren't there, I got given a gift.
by Marche.
Marche gave
welcome.
me a gift, and it was a cup that no matter how much I drink from, I never get drunk. So I'm
But you don't know that it has that property.
Lord help Rogan if he ever drinks out of another vessel, because he has the opinion that he can drink forever, and he's the best drinker in the world. So that's why he's cheersing and drinking from this cup.
A waste of your inventory, if you ask me. But who am I to judge? Oh wait, the gym.
Wow. I mean,
Sass.
the tanker could stay in the pub. He doesn't have to carry it around with him.
Yeah.
That's role playing. I
mean,
just
I'm
invented that
just
right
saying,
now.
the tanker can stay wherever it likes. The point is that he's drinking your beer and he's,
Not even get drunk.
no, yeah, and he's drinking it in
Oh, do you
very
mean-
large volumes.
Do you mean inventory like the beer inventory?
Yes.
Yes.
Rather than
Correct.
carrying
Yes.
a tankard around in your...
Yes.
Right, I see.
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah.
Like me just proudly walking around with a tankard everywhere I go.
I mean, he's going to
It's
need
filling up half
wee
of my
at some
knapsack.
point. He can't drink that much.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
Like-
going on with these people in the corner? Just moving away from the hot topic of Rogan's urination.
Renner was waiting for us, right?
Yeah, Renner is waiting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patiently.
Oh. Patiently.
Yeah, patiently. That wasn't meant to be like sinister or anything. It's
Okay.
just- yeah.
All right. Well, I think Rogan would gesture to the bar staff to get some more drinks in for Renner's table, and then head over and say, "Renner, my friend, it's great to see you. What brings you here to Morbash Manor?"
So, I heard you had an explosion right next to your tavern,
I'm not
and
there.
I just
I'm not
thought I would come and check on my friends. How you doing? Are you all right?
Yeah, I mean the explosion was outside.
Oh, okay.
We
phew.
were
All right.
safe inside the building.
Oh, I was really worried. I heard there was an explosion just right after your opening. We had such a fun evening that night. Everyone was so happy. I just heard the news and I thought I'll come over and see if you're okay. But your staff told me you're fine, so I thought I'll just grab myself some dinner and a drink and just see if you come back and how you're doing and all of that. So, do you know anything more? What's this explosion about?
Can I do like a perception check to see like if he knows more than what he's saying, or if he just seems like
Insight.
simply concerned? What did you say? Sorry,
Insight.
insight check. Sorry.
Yeah, an insight check. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. That's a 10. It's not a great insight check.
I mean, you're not the greatest judge of people's intentions, and for all you know, and I don't mean to make this sound sinister as a GM, but for all you know, Brenner's just your friend. You've battled together, and he's been always kind to you and always offered assistance, and there are probably some very altruistic intentions here, which.
But nothing I know about, obviously.
But not you can't suss out more than that. But you don't think that part is not true, right?
I mean, I guess in that case, Rogan would be willing to. I almost call myself a Roland, and I was like, "Who's Roland?" Roland Gibbard. I kicked some guy called Roland out. He's causing trouble.
Wow.
He's had too much. I suppose then in that case, then bear in mind that Rogan knows that the Stone of Galore got stolen from our friend here, and that's what it was all about.
Well, his dad.
His dad, I know, but he's been trying to get it back.
Well,
So-
I mean, you have been told in the past by Renner that he has no love for his dad. There was this whole long conversation somewhere around session 2 or 3. I can't remember. But
It's related.
yeah,
It's relatable content. So I guess
it is.
Rogan knows it would be of interest to Renner to know about it. So I guess probably just tell him what we found out.
Okay. His response to that is he listens patiently and sort of like hears the entire story out. And he says, when the lords of Waterdeep ousted my father as the open lord, I thought his long dark shadow was finally gone for good. The truth is, I want nothing to do with him. But his spies continued to hound me.
Oh.
One of them was a gnome named Dalakar. And he's been watching me for months. Then, about 10 days ago, that Dalakar guy, he just sort of disappeared. He was nowhere to be seen. Some drunk next to you makes that noise, in case you heard it. My father didn't trust many people, but I know he trusted that gnome. I know he trusted Dalakar. And I spoke to a few of Dalakar's friends, and apparently he was on a special mission.
Oh.
To retrieve the Stone of Galore. And was afraid that the Shantarim and the Xanathar Guild were close to catching him. When he heard about my kidnapping, apparently, and this is what I hear, he wanted more information about the lot that rescued me. So I think what he was trying to do was he was planning to deliver the Stone of Galore to you and then pay you so that you could take it to my father in Neverwinter.
Well, okay. That's
Wow.
that's quite a lot of information to absorb
Yeah.
right there.
But now it seems that this stone is in do you think it's in this Garland villa that you've told me about, that we haven't just discussed recently
Excuse
but
me.
have discussed recently?
Seems to be the case that Erstal Floxan, was getting it to Garland Villa.
Well, do you think? I guess he stole it from Dalakar, didn't he? In the blast that ensued.
I mean,
not
it's
there.
either.
No one of us is there.
Yeah.
I'm disagreeing.
We thought together, and you helped me a lot, right? And I'll be completely frank with you. I don't think that there's a lot of money here at stake. I have no idea how much money my father had embezzled away, but it has to be a gigantic fortune.
Oh.
That money could really benefit the city of Waterdeep.
Sure. The Waterdeep, of course.
But I don't expect you to help me for free or anything like that. I'm just saying that I imagine that no matter, as long as that city ends up in one of the people who are fighting for Waterdeep's hands, I imagine they would let you keep some of it as a reward, at least 10% or something like that. And that could be a lot of money. That could be a lot of money. So what I'm saying is I'm trying to convince you to do the right thing. But I think if you go to Garland Villa and get back the Stone of Galore, not only could you rescue this city, but you could make yourselves very, very rich as well.
Do it, Rogan. Do it. You hear it.
So what do you know about this Garland Villa?
Oh, I know of the Garlands, the gaudy lot. Ugh. I would have never suspected them to be involved in something like this, though. The Garlands, ugh. Oh, God, just thinking about them makes me want to have a shower. Listen, some of the nobility in Waterdeep is... They're not my kind of people, let's just say that. But with this Yala Garland, and she's
Yala?
Sorry?
Yala.
Yala,
Yala.
yes. Yala Garland.
Gala Gala.
Well, she's definitely the one to watch out for. She's quite a lot more devious than her husband. Her husband, however, Orond, he's quite a Weasley type. He likes to pretend that he's quite strong, and he participates in various wrestling matches to sort of prove his prowess. But I think he's largely a pushover. I wouldn't suspect him to be any kind of brains behind any kind of operation. Definitely not the theft of the Stone of Galore. But I don't think that they're the only ones involved in this. I suspect there's something more sinister lurking beyond. The Garlands, okay, maybe they stole the stone, but just can't see them being the masterminds. But I think that no matter what, your next step should be Garland Villa, or alternatively, you could forget the entire thing, tell everything you found out to the City Watch, and continue with running this tavern.
I think, we're not the kind of people to pass up a great adventure. And we've come this far. Obviously, this person was coming to see us in the first place. Dalakar was trying to give us the stone, so maybe it only feels right that we see this one through. I don't know how everyone else feels about that.
Well, let me clarify something. Dalakar was wholly loyal to my father, and there's no way he would have just given the stone to you and then wandered off and absconded somewhere. No, he wanted your help. But if Dalakar ever got to you and you accepted his offer, the stone would have only ended up with my father, and then his draining of the city would have been complete.
So, Rogan, you talk about passing up an adventure. I think this would be a different kind of adventure. This isn't saving someone from a strange creature or exploring sewers. This is some politics.
Sounds more like a heist to me.
It does a little. And with a lot of money being involved, the stakes are higher. I think if we do something like this, and I'm not saying that we don't do it, but I feel like if this Dalakar was already coming to us to give us this item, we're clearly on people's radar lately, will only be more on their radar. This might be politically significant and change the kind of people that we are and who looks at us and how people treat us in the town of Waterdeep.
Gosh, look at the time, says Renner Never Ember. It's nearly 10 o'clock. Wink, wink. I must dash, but I will leave you with one thing before I go. If you're going to break into Garland Villa, they are nobility, and I suspect that they're hiding something. And if I was you, I would find out what they're hiding, because having proof, especially something you could deliver to the City Watch, could prove just useful. So that's my one piece of advice before I leave.
A pot stirrer. Why don't you break it yourself?
He doffs his hat, his very fancy hat.
Doff your hat.
And he bids his adieu.
You're an adieu.
Thank you, Paul, not Aris.
I know you are. What am I? This man is a pot stirrer.
I mean, sure.
Gina and Marcia have no clue what gun.
No, we're just having a nice time.
Yeah.
I'm having my food and drink and...
Yeah. Well, it's 10 o'clock, and as much as I'd like to continue, we have to cut off here. But I will leave you with a little sousson of a cliffhanger, a little cliffhanger that, since sort of the adventure is heading somewhere into Garland Villa, it's entirely possible that next week we will be seeing. Did that work?
No.
No.
Did this work? No.
No.
This is a very good team.
Yay, Garland Villa. Growland Villa. Well, I mispronounced it the entire time.
I just change the letters and then it'll be right.
Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Does
Oh,
it?
it's fine.
It's how you can say your name however you
Garland
like.
Villa. That's what it's called from now on.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We sort of ran out of time, so very quick goodbyes from us. If you enjoyed the show, we stream every Saturday on twitch.tv/no pun included. And if you can't watch it live, and if you couldn't make it, if you forgot, you can always watch a rerun on YouTube, and that goes live every Monday. That's also on our channel, no pun included. If you want to leave a donation, you can do so in the link below. Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, you'll find one. And all the donations go directly to our cast. Thank you, everyone, very, very much. We're going to go now. Bye-bye.